Yeah, back to the gauges. I got my new water gauge. Of course, it came with the oil gauge, but I just got to replace it. I'm not going to video it. I already showed that. So that's going to be it. I think that's going. So just hang on a second. Key's on now. Put this on the ground on the battery. I'm just holding it on there. Put the down to the wire that hits the sending unit. The light doesn't go on. Now I'm going to use a voltmeter. Touch negative. Touch power. Let's put this on 20. We got 2.7 volts. There's 2.7 volts being sent to this sending unit. So remember when on the temperature gauge, when you ground it, it goes to 0 or below 0. So now I'm going to get one more testing light. This is an LED testing light. And I think I'll put the amp clamp on. Maybe we can see how much this draws. So, zero it, put it on there. I don't know if you can see it, but it says 1.689. So this test light has 2 leads. All I need is the ground. So I'm going to put the ground against the negative on the battery. This light will go on. And it says 169. I don't know what it said before. Let me take it off. I mean, this is drawing almost nothing. Take it off, 0, 169, I think I just said. 0. Well, I don't know. I'm still messing with the amp clamp. It says 1, 8, 11. Try it one more time. 0. One 681. Anyway, the point I'm making here is I don't know what the point is. Yeah, the point is okay. Here's the point. I got a new gauge. I put it in the car, and it's reading. I warranted the car, but it's only reading 100. 110, 120 Fahrenheit. So what the heck is going on? Am I not getting enough voltage to here? I can't find any specifications or information about this. But yet if I ground it, it acts like it's working right. I need somebody in the car, and I wiggle this and see if there's a loose connection or something. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. I mean, how do I read the gauge but be here at the same time when the car is hot? Anyway, I'm just screwing around. Plenty of time. I like doing this. Yeah, so here's the wiring diagram that came out of the 76 supplemental panel. You know, I'm just gonna bitch right now. I don't know why I never caught this before, but okay, you got two different gauges. You can have the Raleigh gauge or the not Raleigh gauge. I guess one has a, let's see, one has a, like the oil light is just a light, and this one, the Raleigh gauge has a gauge. But what is really bugging me, there's no, it doesn't show the wiring going up to the gauge. It doesn't show it. The gauge isn't even on here. I mean, I want to check some stuff, and it's not on there. Well, what? It's crazy. But this is what. So this is something I just want to figure out. But here's what I came up with. This is for people that like this kind of stuff. So here's the gauge I have. I got the Raleigh gauge. I got the temperature and the oil pressure, and maybe a tach. I don't know, because I don't know what's here and what isn't. I think there's no tach. I'm not sure about that. But anyway, where was I going with this? Oh, so I wrote down all the. This is the plug-in on the back. You know, it plugs into the back of the instrument cluster. And I went through here and I got the numbers. And then I went to this book. And on page well, back here on the page 810, 811, and the pages before and so on. And this is electrical wire code by circuit number. If I go to, for instance, 150, because it's not on the wiring diagram, but if I go to 150, it says that 150 is a black ground circuit direct. Like, what does that mean? I guess it's just tied into a ground direct. So I went through and did every one off of this because I can't find the colors on here. Another weird thing is on here it says 237 ignition for seatbelt. I guess that just means, I don't know, you turn the key on and then the seatbelt goes off sound. But you go to here, there is no 237. And then then on page 813, you got the bulkhead or the firewall. So I'm still going to go over all this. But somewhere in here, this is the fuse box. Somewhere in here, one of these I'm going to pull out, and the gauges should go out. Let's see. Gauge transam ABF. That should be the fuse. If I pull that fuse, it should go out. Then there should be one for the clock too. Right, there it is. No, that's the clock on X model. Anyway, it's confusing, man. They really dropped the ball when they did this car. It's interesting. But I'm bound and determined now. You know, like I said, I got tons of time. I need to. Also, there's 2 feet. There's 2 hots coming in here. There's a pink black ignition switch. I guess it's coming from the ignition switch, and that turns on the instrument panel. And there's one more hot clock feed on. I guess there's another hot dark green temp gauge hot on. But where it comes from, it must be stuck in here somewhere. But what really bugs me is that this connection is not on here. I mean, I was thinking it was this, and maybe it still is, but looking at these colors that I have, I mean, maybe it's upside down. Let's see, I got a dark blue, black, dark blue. Maybe that's it. I mean, I don't know yet. But the weird thing is that it's different than this because you can see I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Over here, they're missing one, which could be this one, upside down, reversed from that. Anyway, yeah, I guess I like doing this stuff. So, looking at this, like right there's two blues going into there. There's two tans going into there. There's two blues going into, these are numbered actually, number 14.